believe that the simpler things should be taught first, and a little complex things should be taught after that. Okay, so that is a basic principle, and it is utilized uh, by scholars and by syllabus designers all over the world. Teaching and testings are relatively simple because teachers deal with discrete point knowledge and skill. Discrete means separate, different, differentiated, meaning at one time you are focused only on present continuous tense. Okay, and you teach it, the next day you go to class, so you can ask your student as to what I have taught you yesterday, so please give me your own response. Okay, so teaching is simple and testing is simple. Grading is also simple. The teacher need not be fluent in in the the target in the language they teach, since grammatical explanation and drills do not require a high level of language proficiency. This also makes the job of the government easy. If they cannot find a fluent speaker of the target language, so anyone who has proficiency in target language by studying different grammar books, he can teach this language, because this does not demand fluent speaking of that target language. It is very much helpful to develop writing skills. Okay, in developing writing skills, it is important, it is helpful, it enriches students basic vocabulary. Sequencing and selecting of teaching items is not as difficult as it is with other syllabi. Okay, what are the disadvantages of this syllabus? Despite its numerous advantages, it has few shortcomings too. The drawbacks of the structural syllabus are as follows. The potential disadvantage of the structural syllabus is that it mm, okay that it overemphasizes language structure and neglects communicative competence. This is a basic drawback of structural syllabus, that it lays more stress on the structural aspects of language, and it overlooks and it negates and neglects actually the communicative side of the language. It does not address the immediate communication needs of the learners who is learning a language within the context of a community where the language is spoken. In fact, the socio-linguistic aspects of communicative competence are not in focus at all in a strictly structural syllabus. A strictly structural syllabus does not take into account the socio-linguistic aspect of the language, because it usually presents language in sentence. Okay, if you say, we can say that the basic unit of syllabus designing in structural syllabus is sentence, because it is teaching language in sentence form. You are teaching tenses, passive voice, direct, indirect. So you take one sentence as an example, then you negate it, then you put it into yes no form, then you change it into wh question. So you are dealing with a language at sentential level, and it does not reflect the socio linguistics or linguistic aspect of the language. Okay, because this is not the focus of this language. It is therefore more useful in the context where the language learner does not have immediate communication needs. It hampers the student's creative sides because it confines him or her within the walls of some specific rules. Okay, students are given rules, so the creative side of the student is hampered and checked. Okay, here the role of the student is passive, since it is the teacher who is deciding what to teach in which stage. It is thus a teacher dominated syllabus. It is actually a language centered syllabus, or you can say a teacher centered syllabus. It is not a student centered or student oriented syllabus. Okay. Conclusion. Despite its drawbacks, it is still the most accepted model for designing course plans. As a result, we can neither reject nor discriminate this type of syllabus entirely. There is no existence of a perfect syllabus type. This is what you should keep it in your mind. And the structured syllabus is no exception in this respect. So, it is wise to select a combined or integrative syllabus rather than a particular one, and the structural syllabus is eligible enough to provide some important guidelines or insight for the combined syllabus. I hope it is easy for my students, and if you find anything to be difficult or ambiguous, so you can contact me, and inshallah I will try to clarify your concept. Thank you.